Everyone, welcome back to the shop. Another night with the MR6 race car. We are getting it uh, prepped and ready for Road Atlanta in a little more, leave in 9 days, 8 days, and need to make sure this car is 100%. It is in really, really great shape. I did get the wipers figured out last night. I'll show you guys real quick. And okay, so wipers are going. You can kind of see them going. And then I turn them off and they go back to zero, their neutral parked position, which is pretty cool. The problem is the contacts. This is the switch for the wiper motor control. And that's why you have a knob, is because it's really hard to turn. Back in here, you can see where the connector is. There's a couple of dials, and depending on where you turn it, different connectors match up. So these connectors are just old and they've run out of really good contact. I tried opening this up and using contact cleaner and cleaning it up, and it does not work. Fortunately, I had another dash that had another one of these, and I put it in and it works great. So we can power this off now, because tonight we're going to be doing axles. And we have our axles here. These are our beefy Mosier 700 horsepower axles. These things will withstand. And what I have here is I have a boot. This is just an Amazon kind of a temporary universal boot, if you want to call it that. You can see there's three different diameters here that I can work with. And so I just cut on the inside ring of the one that I want to use. The downside is these axles are really thick right here. And these boots, even though they're silicone and very flexible, they're stretched pretty wide around this axle. So since we have 4 axles, we're going to test out silicone versus, that's my other silicone. Hang on. I put it back away in the box. Of course I put it back away in the box. There it is. Silicone versus rubber. And this is a hard durometer rubber. This is made by a company called Favest. And you can tell it's not as squishy as the other one. It's a lot more durable and harder weather, all that stuff. It's kind of it's a different type of plastic. It's a harder, firmer plastic. But he's also, he's about the same length as, once I get this guy trimmed, he'll be about the same length. So we're going to try one set of axles. Let's see. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I only have 4 boots and I have 4 axles. How am I going to do this? So I would have to try. I have the other set of silicone. I can do one full set of silicone, and then I have to order another set of Favest. I thought that was the deal. I thought the Favest came with a pair, but they actually only come as a single. So that was the difficulty with that. Now, the fun part is when we put these together, figuring out which is the best for each side, because one has a spider joint and then this one has a CV joint. So we need to find our spiders. I don't know where our spare spiders are. And even on the regular part of the axle, This thing is on there tight. Even the part that's trimmed down, it's way thicker than usual. And yeah, you can turn this inside out. It's very pliable. So we'll put our axle down for now, and we're just going to take some scissors. We're going to trim inside the ring here. I actually just might take a razor blade. Get a nice sharp blade. Brand new. Oh, that's almost the end of the blade. So I'll try and do this so you guys can see where we're going here. And I'll use scissors to clean this up. Hopefully I can cut it fairly clean. Now I know for the CV joint, this one fits nicely with just this. So I'm going to try and get some scissors in here and clean that. Just the edges are a little rough. So give me a second here. Just a few high spots. Try and make it look professional, factory, if we can. Yeah, there we go. Oh, all right. Got a flinger here. Okay. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, right? Okay. So there's one down. And we'll get our other one and get him trimmed. Razor blade usually works pretty good. And remember, cut towards your thumb, not towards your thumb. I know it's hard, but you should usually, when you're cutting stuff, cut away from yourself. And there we go. Oh, this one came out a lot cleaner. So that's garbage. We'll do a little bit of trim here to clean up these edges. Just looks a little nicer. Looks a little more pro when the edges are trimmed off. You won't see a lot of race cars at SEMA, but you'll see a lot of cars that want to race at SEMA. All right, so we have our boots ready for our CV joints. This is our CV joint. CV stands for constant velocity. And as you can see in here, there's ball bearings and they rotate. Well, the shaft, when the shaft's in there, it rotates around. This all gets filled with lubricant. And then our boot goes over it like that. And it holds all the lubricant in there, all the grease. So these are the hub side. So it goes like this, and then the wheel is here. The axle goes to the spider joint, which is on the other side of the axle. And that goes into the transaxle or transmission, whatever you want to call it. So this guy, I need to find the other, CV joint. Which I believe are over here. I think these are our other CV joints. These may be the wrong ones. Nope, this is the correct one. I believe he's the correct one. Oh, of course, he's already got a dent in the ring. Um, yeah, this is our other one. So we have our two CV joints that are identical. This one has a dent in the sealing ring here. So we'll hammer that out and get that flat before we install it on the car. I was looking for the other nut. And I have a bunch of C-clips here, which is great. But I don't have the other nut. Oh, wait, what's in here? Oh, there's a dead bug right there. Ah, there it is. There's the other axle nut. And another C-clip, which is what I need. Now, Fabest is really nice because in the kit, they include the axle nut. They include a boot that they think is going to work on your setup. And these are the boots that we had originally used, but they're obviously way too short. And then they include the exact amount of lube that you need. You just pop this open, squeeze all of it into the joint, and then seal the joint up. So Fabest does really nice stuff with that. Now, this is a different nut because he's not a Castle nut. Because he's not the same. That one is empty. Let's see what's in this box. Because I believe we need the Castle nut version. I believe. This might be, yep, okay. So this is our correct one. The one with the Castle nut. Yeah, so this guy can go back in here. God, he's already got corrosion on him just from being here. This guy has a Castle nut on him, and he's already got crap on him, so we'll clean that off. But yes, I believe we need the Castle nut version. I believe. Yeah, and there's our big washer. Yep. This was the washer for this guy. I'll double check these before I put them back in. That one did not come with a boot. Oh, no, he did. Okay. Yep, both of them came with boots. Okay. Both of them came with boots and lube and all the pins and stuff you need for them. So that can go back in there. That can go in there. We're not using those clamps because they will obviously be too small. And now we have this hard plastic guy, and he goes on our spiders. And I believe our spider gears are in the other box here. I still have all my timing belt stuff from last night on the ground here, which obviously does not make me happy. But no, we are missing our spider gears, at least on that one. And in here, we just have our other axle. So we only have half of what we need. Yeah, so this is what they look like when they're together. And you can see that guy rotates. You really should have lube all over him. But worried about that angle. about 10 degrees, and that works great for things like this where you need to have the transaxle offset slightly. So we just need the spiders, and I don't know where those are. That is the fun part, because they are not in our axle box. And these are our current spiders that we used. You can sort of see them on the box here. They're the side that goes into the transaxle. But these are the ones that we used on the car. So I guess I have to get two new spider gears, because I don't think we have extras. Okay, so I can only build half, but that's okay because I have to get the boots as well. So TO 8143. Let's see how much these things are going to cost me. By the way, thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate it. I'm still fighting this cold, and Rockstar is definitely helping me through it. So let me check my phone, and wherever I put it, right here in a safe place. And the jacket's lost, 4-2, if anyone's curious. All right, let's look this up. Let's check Old Faithful, and I don't know what it's doing here. Okay. I had a friend looking at trailers earlier. It was very funny. He has a very small car, and he's trying to get a very small trailer. And he looked at like I don't know, 12-foot utility trailer. And I'm like, that's not going to work. I know it'll hold 5,000 pounds, but you're not going to have any fun moving a car with that thing. Okay. Oh, what car do we want to do? We'll do a 99 Camry. And axles. Axle shaft. Complete axle assembly. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, no results. Okay. Let's just look up the part number. Part number T0-8143. TO-8143. I honestly don't remember where I got these from. Hey, what do you know? There's the one. All right, well, that's the, so let's try 8142. That might be the other side. And nope. 8144 maybe? There it is. All right. So they have the axles for the manual transmission. And I can get that tomorrow by 3. Sorry, 2:30. And then this one I can get tomorrow at 9:30. Okay. Uh, and it should be the same spider on both. That's correct. So we'll just get 2 of the cheaper ones and call that good. But we still have the carrier bearing on here. Um, yeah, now I got to look underneath the car. So we're going to raise the car up real quick. I got to remember how these axles go. Because I don't think I need specific sides because we have our own axle for the carrier bearing. The axle on that side is 2 pieces. Could have sworn I got spares. At Gingerman a couple years ago, we had both axles. The boots came apart and all the lube came out, and then the brakes caught it on fire. And Ralph Shields was driving for us, and that was bad. Okay, so for this hub, yeah, he's still on the short portion. So this spider, these are 2 different. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do one with and one without. Okay, I guess that's how that goes. And taking these axles out is going to be a good idea because they got a little corroded, and I might throw some clear on there. Okay, so we do have to do one of each, and our universal boot, not very universal. So I'm going to pull this axle out while I've got you guys here, if that's cool. I'm going to take the axle off this near side so you can see it. The wheel has to come off. The hub nut has to come off. I have to drop this suspension bolt, I believe, and then no, I have to do the 2 for the rear shock, and then it will fold out. I don't think I have to take this guy off. I might have to do this guy. Yeah, I'm going to take this off and the 2 suspension bolts, and I might do this too. And well, he should kind of fold out of the way enough for me to get the axle out of there. This guy is a little different because he has the carrier bearing, but he's just as quick. That shield didn't stay in place. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to take all this stuff apart. Oh, wow. Yeah, and you get nice and dirty working under there. Gloves. We're going to use some air tools if that's okay. I know you guys don't like the air tools. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Where'd the small gun go? Gosh, I don't remember which lug nut guy. Do I have it? Oh, I got him over there. All right. Yeah, and it's slightly warmer here tonight. It's 31 degrees. Still not real conducive to human behavior. Come on. So here's a pro tip. If you get a nut stuck in your impact, just thread them back on, get backed off, or lift the socket off. If you get stuck in there and doesn't want to come out, that's the way to do that. Sometimes with the painted or powder coated or anodized lug nuts, they really get stuck on there. Damn. Okay, so leave that over here. We don't need this right now. Probably going to need big air tools for taking that hub nut off. But that's okay. And it's nice. These wheels don't weigh anything. They're 949 Racings, and they've been powder coated black. They're the 6 ULs. These are awesome wheels. Super lightweight. You're gonna have to move Grom later. We pull the Miata in to swap, taking the tires off of the Miata. This is going to be a 32 28, 27. No way. 32, which we have. All right, we're going to need big gun for this. Yeah, and I'm sorry about the sniffles. I'm still working on this cold. I'm trying to kill it. It's hard. All right, here we go. There we go. That's how you get that big castle nut off of there. I have a washer, and we need a magnet to get off. So, a little magnet. Come on, magnet. Little magnet guy. There we go. Come here. Come on, be my buddy. Come on. You can come off of there. You're okay. There we go. There's a nice thick washer on there. So we'll have to do the same thing on the other side. Now the axle, I can actually push in a little bit. I might have to hammer on that because he's pretty tight in there. So I'm going to take this guy off and this guy off. These are both 17s. 17? No. That one's a 17. That one's also a 17. And both of those have threaded ends. So we'll make this quick and easy. Whoa. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Okay, that guy is loose. And I don't have a way to get into that guy until I move this one out of the way. All right, that's part of it. This is the other part. I like to keep them all together if I can. So we'll do that. And that. And there we go. This way we don't lose stuff like we did our headlamp last night. Okay. That guy should be off tension and slide out and then slide down. He's of course twisted in there now. There we go. Put our bolt back. Now we're not going to lose stuff. And depending on if I can get this guy out far enough. Ow. Yeah, the thing that's holding me up here is this guy. But might be able to get him out the other way. Okay. Trying to figure out how to grab him while I'm pulling back on this. He is out. This is even more fun to do at the track, if you're wondering. Okay. Huh. That is kind of the max on that. Okay. Now we have our axle. Oh, I just took the spider apart. That's okay. We get a pry bar in there and pop them out. We'll actually use a couple of pry bars. It's the best way to do it, I think. Oh, come on, buddy. All right. There's a little C-clip and don't leak out a ton of trans fluid. And we're good. Okay. And we have our axle out, and you can see our temporary repair sort of held up. It worked. Bet you there's still a ton of lube in there, but this is our spider box. This is our regular hub. So we're gonna, oh, I can hear air. Oh yeah, it sucked it down. All right. So that worked. So what we can do is take this axle apart, and we'll use the spider. We'll put the new hub on the new axle, or new hub on the old spider. Sorry, new hub and axle on the old spider. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, all of this stuff looks fine too. All the seals, everything in here is really nice. Fluid's right to the edge. That's great. We did not lose a ton of trans fluid. So Doing these is a little odd because I don't know the distances that we have to work with because this is a replacement boot. So I'm going to go with silicone here and Fabest here. No, I'm going to go with Fabest at the Spider and silicone here. That's how I'm going to do these guys. That is, yeah. If the Fabest will go past the axle, that is the other trick. Now, doing boots, the easiest way to do it is to have a bare axle like this, right? That's awesome. And then you slide on your boots before you add everything. There's no way. There is no way I'm getting this Fabest thing over that. It just doesn't stretch. Its plastic is way, way, way too hard. There's no way. So we'll keep the Fabest as a spare because they do go nice and tight against this. Actually, let me pull this C-clip. We'll see how tight he goes. The other way. Okay. So we'll see how tight the Fabest is on this. It might be, oh, wow. Yeah. He's not even going to go past the splines. Yeah, he's not even close. Yeah, see, he doesn't even go, he doesn't even reach past the splines. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, so these Fabest boots aren't going to work. The reason they aren't is because most boots are designed for a 1-inch shaft, 1-inch diameter shaft. And we're 20, this is 33 millimeters, and this is 27, and that's a 25. So yeah, 28, and that's a 25, which is a 1-inch. This is a 25 right here. So barely fits over this. It's not fitting over this. And there's no way it's coming past the splines. So that's kind of a bummer, but we can use, on this axle, we can use the 2 silicone ones, and I can order 2 more. That guy was already on. So this is kind of like heat shrink. You want to make sure it's on before you do everything. See how this guy is like really flexible? Thought he was flexible? Not really. This is really hard to do. With gloves on. I should have just done lube. Ab workout on there. Now we got to keep sliding them down because he's the boot for the opposite side, right? Now for the next boot, we have to put it on backwards, right? So they'll go like this, and then they'll eventually go into place. We're trying not to tear it as we put it on. These splines are really sharp, so you have to be really careful. And your abs get a good workout. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, that guy's not going to fold back. Come on, fold back. Here we go. Nope, almost. There we go. All right. Wow. Another ab workout here. Okay. There we go. And we have our two boots on our axle. And we can line these up and get them straighter. They're really stretched, which I'm not super hot on, but they're going to work. They're definitely going to work. So he goes in here, and if I'm not mistaken, oh, come on. There is a C-clip for him. I'll have to check when I take the other one apart. But I think there's a C-clip for him. There's definitely a E-clip on this side for the Spider. But yeah, I think there's a C-clip. Just a little circular circlip. Damn, these are on there tight. There we go. Yeah, I think he gets a circlip in there. If I am not mistaken. Yep. It goes on the far side and catches. Yeah, he's got a ridge back there too. Okay. This is the fun part. This is the fun part about building bulletproof cars. This is a 700 horsepower axle. It won't torque out or twist or anything until 700 or more horsepower. And we have a 220 horsepower car. I'm trying to bulletproof this car. So I'm making these axles with the best material possible. These are Moser custom chrome alloy axles. Those are Fabest CV joints and spider gears. This is the best of the best. So yeah. Sorry. Toyota spider gear. Fabest CV joints. Fabest doesn't have a spider gear for this transmission. So I have to rely on Toyota. All right. Now I got to take this damn thing apart. I should probably do a bench out here so you guys can see me and see what I'm doing. So give me a second to grab a bench. Just something kind of portable. Just want to get the, it's just a welding bench, but it'll work. It'll work just fine. Okay. Does that work? Can you guys see kind of what I'm doing? All right. Get some rags up here. Not really worried about hurting stuff. I just don't want grease and crap everywhere. If you want to, you can do towels down. Oh. There's grease packed in this, and it's going to be gross. So just going to use a Taco Bell napkin for now because I know there's more bad shit coming. God, I wish my nose was flooding. All right. So to remove these are end clamps. And this at the track with a hammer and some vice grips. And it actually did the job. We finished the day, we finished the race, but it is time now to remove it. So it folds back on itself twice. It's kind of like origami. So that was the first fold. There's the second fold. And now, if it's lubed like this, it gets very slippery and your tools slip and your hands get cut. So let's see if I can pull this out. Maybe. Yep. He started to go. He's enough for me to get him off. Okay. So there's our one band clamp. And then here's our there's the inside of a spider. You see the three notches, the three lobes. And then here you can see all of our grease, which we'll reuse. It's fine. There are three ball bearings right there. And that's what allows you all that articulation. I've got this other band clamp down here I got to take off. So set this guy over here and this guy right here. Yeah, these were fun to do laying on the ground. Thankfully, it was a nice weather. We had a great team. And we had a really good time. We had another crew actually help us out because we didn't have snap ring pliers. And they were super cool and loaned us their brand new, hadn't even been opened yet, Harbor Freight snap ring plier set, which is very nice. So we gave that a maiden voyage for them. And they were very appreciative. That's one of the coolest parts about Lemons is if you're down, there will be a team there that will help you out. And they will try. You know, they might have a Miata and you have an Escort, but damn it, man, they're going to try. They're going to know another team that has, you know, Miata parts in a trailer half an hour from there, whatever. They're, all the people are super cool. All right, I'm just making a mess here. All right, well, that's how we're just going to take off our snap ring up top and call it done. So stay right there. Let me get a paper towel here. Once you've done this a few times, it's actually not that terrifying. It's only terrifying when you're in the car and you're thinking about it and you're like, is that snap ring on? Did I put enough lube in there? I can't even, yeah, I can see the snap ring now. Okay. So my snap ring pliers, I literally just had them. Oh, they're right here. They're right here. And it's kind of hard to see because it's a black snap ring with black grease, but there it is. So he's off now. Now what we can do is I'll get another paper towel. I'll just set this down for now. You guys can see the yoke here. These are the 3-ball bearings, 2, 1. And we're going to pull our crappy Universal cup off and our band. We don't want to leave that on there. Those can get recycled somewhere in China and clean off our hands. So now we have our shaft that's ready to go. I mean, we'll clean this off and he's going to be ready for The like I said, I want to get some of this corrosion off. So we'll clean that up before we put the reassemble everything with the new boots. So this guy is cleaned up. Okay. Now we will get our new axle, which we put right here. And we're just going to match up the sides. So he's the thicker part with this here. Okay. And we put our spline guy back on. And we can probably lube stuff up here. Let me use some of this old lube to lube up some of these splines, just so it's a nice, smooth fit. Steel is, or sorry, it's chromoly. It's actually not steel. So these guys are protected right from the get-go. And yeah, sometimes you got to get dirty to do stuff the right way. So it's all right. That's why they make soap and showers, things like that. So this guy is on there and he is seated. I'm going to clean this so that I make sure the snap ring that we just had on there goes right back on. And get him in a good spot where we can access him. And then we press him down, clips right into place. Now our spider is back on there. Our 3 lobes. Right? Happy. Happy. Let's clean our hands off a little. Let's see if I can set him. I can just set him down right here. You guys can see the lobes, right? I'm going to do another couple paper towels here, and I'm going to use them. You want to be kind of careful. You don't spurt out. So you got to kind of find that happy middle ground. And it's okay if it does spurt out, but you don't want like a pile of grease on the ground as soon as you roll the car forward. So you got to kind of figure out where too much is too much. And of course he's not going to fit in there. Why would he fit in there? All right. Holy crap. So we have our Fabest lube, and it comes in, like I said, in this little prepackaged thing. Now I need probably half of this because I still have half of it in there. So I'm just going to load up each spline. Oh, nice. With a good amount. And then I'll add it if I need to, which is, handy. This is a tricky part, making sure everyone lined up. Oh, I got it right off the bat. Nice job, Kev. So there we go. And now, oh God. Slide this down. Keep going. Now, what you got to remember, this is the bottomed out position. So this is all the way short on this end. And you don't have a stopper on this, so he can pull all the way out. And there we go. We are capped. So I'm going to come down a little bit further so he's a little bit scrunched. Actually, I might go max scrunch. The other good part is, since this is a longer silicone tube, he'll protect more of the. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go until all of these guys are touching, and that'll be my lowest point, right? In theory. So this silicone is going to protect more of the actual shaft. So that looks pretty damn good. I'm trying to keep him centered. As soon as he comes off center, it looks weird to wiggle out of the way. All right, so that's max closed. And then we can check it. I can feel the bearing hit right there. So that's max open. So there we go. Nice. That looks pretty professional too, if I do say so myself. All right. Not a hugest mess. And the other good part is we can use the other half for the other axle. So, I'm going to wash my hands because we have to do clips now. These bands, the clamping bands. And I'm going to put this C-clip on this guy so we don't lose him. Clean this off and put him back in the drawer. Clean him off as best I can. He's covered in grease. Okay. Damn. That's half of one. Now, leave that side on. We don't need that side. We just need this and the C-clip, which is right here. So this is just a little piece of spring steel. And you guys can kind of see that. He's just a little clip. And he goes on the end of the axle here. Then when you push it in, he actually goes blink and he gets caught behind here. And that prevents it from walking out. So he goes on. Usually you can just press him on. This guy's pretty tight. I'm probably going to need a helper. Although I do have pretty damn strong fingers. So he goes on like that. And then when I press these guys together, he's going to go past that edge and sort of lock this in. But he's just round, so he can actually move out of the way if you need to separate. So that is the good part. So now for this guy, and this guy will sit in there. If we take the nut and washer off. Oh yeah, good. So let's use the rest of this because we have nothing on this side. So we'll load up the axle here. Definitely the C-clip area. All right. And yeah, we like that. We like lube, right? Now we can lube this guy too. We want to make sure all these balls in here get their own shot. They are somewhere up on the track. Somewhere. We don't know. Ralph launched them all. You know what's funny is that was such a weird weekend because it was really good and it was really bad. I know that sounds very odd, but for me, it was a really good weekend. It was successful to have this car out running laps and, starting the race and all of that. And then after the race, my life got even better. Um, and to have Ralph there the whole day, I mean, he could have just taken off. He's a absolute rock star in the so I just packed everything nice. There's a nice layer of stuff in there. And hopefully we can get this C clip past. Ah. Come, buddy. Uh, man, okay, to do this the hard. I don't to do this the hard way. I don't to. We're gonna have to use force or heat, right? If you apply enough pressure to something, it's a spring. So come on. There he goes. So yeah, like I said, you just have to get that C clip past that. And in there, did he go all the way in? I think he did. Yep. You can feel it. And then if you try to pull it out, it shouldn't pull out. Yeah, he's in there. Okay. So now we do the same thing with the boot height. If you're messing with stuff with threads, put a nut on there. Nuts are easy to replace. Put a nut on there, thread it about 7/8 of the way down, and then hammer. Put a nut on there, thread it about 7/8 of the way down, and then hammer. Protects the threads. So now we can slide this guy down, hopefully. Damn. And he should hop over. I think he's a little larger diameter than the Spider. So he might need a little more motivation, but he's on. And we'll do the same thing. Now what I can do is I can feel for where the edge is because I don't want to go past the edge. I don't think I'm going to though. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I'm going to have these bellows come all the way flat when it's fully compressed. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with that, I think. What do you guys think? Does that look like a pretty good axle? Not bad? We have our, oh, don't have the boot slid off. Gotta be careful. And also, when you're working with grease, don't use nice clothes. Have shop clothes on. Trust me, it's like Andy sees. The shit goes everywhere, everywhere. So there we go. I like that. Actually, got a little sweaty. Well, it's 65 degrees in here, which is nice. 30 degrees outside. All right. One axle done. And It's our most important axle. So even if we don't do this side, yeah, this side should be fine. Don't do this side, we're still okay. So this was the side that we had a major problem with. There was a heat shield here that had a little edge on it. And when we came into Coyote Gulch and did that hard compression right and back up the hill, the whole suspension would compress and it would touch this. And it was just like, excuse me, it was like a knife stabbing it every time you came through that compression. So eventually the boot got slit where everything was just slinging out. And we came in for a gas stop and noticed a big black grease streak up the engine bay. And we're like, what the hell? Look down there and you can see the boot's just shredded. And we figured out it was the heat shield. I'll show you the shield. I have it here. I don't know why I kept it. I should just throw it out. So here it is. It's not, I guess it's a heat shield or kind of a rain guard, but this is what was cutting the boot. So it was right here and that thing would come down and it would cut the boot every time we would compress. And it's not like razor sharp, but it's enough. You do enough laps, it'll cut in there. And it's part of the original stuff. I'm guessing it's kind of a rain shield to keep water off the top of it. And I don't know what the hell else it's for, but we don't need it. That is for damn sure. It goes up on top here. We really don't need it. So that came off. We put on the universal boot. It worked fine. I got to find some band clamps, which I have a ton of. What is this? That is a rivet. This is a rivet die, which is very odd to be on the ground. Rivets are in brakes. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, wish my nose would stop running. I really wish my nose would stop running. All right, so whoops, next drawer. So we have our two different types of tools for doing band clamps. We've actually got three. Wait, those two are the same, correct? Correct. Okay. So yeah, we've got a couple of different ones. So we have this guy, which spins the band clamp, gets it tighter, and then you fold it over. And then we have this one style. So these are really big, and I don't know how much we're going to need of each of them. So he's going to go all the way around. Okay. So I don't think there's a right way or wrong way. Get him in the groove. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to work, but we can try. If it doesn't work, we'll just do it again, right? Wait. How? Oh. Wait a second. Fuck. Of course it releases as soon as I touch it. Not for the 5 minutes of me screwing around with anything. Just right when I touch it, it releases. right? Okay. So here's the question. That guy isn't going to work on these. I think I need the other crimpers. These guys or these guys. Yeah, I think these are the correct ones for those. These are not. So, all right. Crimped, holding on tightish. Yeah. But he, of course, didn't stay straight. And we're going to use our little mini hammer, get him flat. There we go. One band on. Damn it. Ugh. I don't know. I'm going to try and get a little bit more straight right here. He tried to. Oh, okay. Now he's straight. All right, good. So there's one clamp on. Let's do another one on this guy. I suppose these can be trimmed so you don't have all that excess, but I don't really mind it. And this guy is all the way down. I want to make sure I'm on the all the way on the lip portion. Okay. So you're going to stay there ish. What is happening? All right. Okay. Not those. Definitely need these. All right. Wow. It takes some force. Okay. And yeah, he made it down the direction you're hammering. Okay. All right. That guy's on there too. We like that. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now for the smaller ones, these guys, I believe. So hmm. Do the same method, but I'm going to help those little claws grab in there. All right. Oh, just had it. Need more angle on that. Okay. Come on. Do that last one right there. Doesn't want to grab on that last band or on that last hook for some reason. Oh, come on. There you go. All right. Well, you need to stay. These guys don't like staying centered. They like to offset themselves. Yep. There he goes. Perfect. I guess that's the other trick, is to pre-bend. So that he's not quite as springy. Trying to unload himself the whole time. And I have a very small area to work with here. Keep him straight. Yep. As soon as he comes off center, he springs right out. All right. So now he's on there. I'm holding him. He should be on there straight. Oh, come on. And he slides down and springs open. Oh, come on. Maybe. He went way too high. Move him down a little. Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle. There we go. And then shit. I can't have that stuff floating around past the band because it'll just chew up the silicone. So I need to make sure he stays behind the band there. And all right. There we go. One boot solidly in place. Okay, last one for this axle. Like I said, pre-bend him a little. Help him out so that he stays put. Put him on backwards from the other one. The other problem is I have a lot of pain in my left hand. I hurt my hand in Miami this March, and it has been difficult to use this left hand. Oh, come on. I just need you to move a little bit. I need a little bit of rotation there. Okay. That should do it. I'm trying to line all these up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He went on there tight too. Wow. Okay. Okay. We have a completed axle with new boots. This guy. Might get 4 more of these. Might run him taller if I can. Whoa. So there we go. Axles. Not bad. Not bad. Wash my hands, go to the bathroom. You guys are okay? Got a cool thing on CV axles, or a lot of people call them half shafts. This is a really good way to drive a vehicle. It is very normal, very popular, front wheel drive. A lot of mid-engine cars do it too. This is not your typical 69 Camaro drive shaft, axles, rear diffs, that sort of thing. Definitely not like that. Wow, going for a little more than an hour now. Yeah. So this guy, he does have a little bit of movement. So now I'm debating about sliding this one up. Because that guy fully extended is right there. This guy is going to take a while before he can get fully extended. So I might have to change that band clamp. I'm going to see after. We'll do some test miles because that's an easy thing to do, is to move, just replace that band clamp, slide that boot up. But this guy moves a good, how far does he move? 1.5 inches, a little more than an inch. So it might be a good idea. Might be. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Give me a second. I'm going to clean up and go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Oh, wow. All right. All right. Way better without all that grease on my hands. All right. All right. Definitely need another rock star. We are going to. All right. You guys need to remind me to check with the group regarding our theme. So I'm picking up vinyl tomorrow morning. All the numbers for the car. All right, let's grab another right there. Wow. Whew. Everyone, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry that took so long. All right. I thought about this band clamp, and I would really like to I can't really hold that guy. I'd really like to putting it, which I guess I can do. Stay there. We'll go all the way down. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. You know what else I've got up here that I want to get rid of is a bunch of the grease that flung up. That's some of the stuff that flung up when the boot stripped. It's not hurting anything, but it is filthy. So, all right, I guess I'm going to leave that boot for now. And yeah, I'm going to leave that boot where he's at. Don't think he's on there too tight for me to move him by hand. I might do. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. All right. So I'm going to pull this out and we'll get this guy back in. How did we do this last time? He was up through here. And then this goes in, except he's hooked on everything. My God, do I have? There we go. Trying to go in there. We're trying to get him in there. And he's in the splines. So now comes the fun part. Trying to get the, this is a lot easier with, but I don't have two people. So I barely have me. Yeah, he's not going to go in there without that thing being all the way seated. So we're going to have to help him out with a rubber mallet. There he goes. Just got to get that C-clip past. There he goes. And with all this stuff being flexible, it's really difficult. So now Oh, come on. I also don't want to pull the car off the lift. Come on. Almost. There we go. All right. Axle in, lined up. Yeah, that boot's going to be just fine. The good part is we didn't change any of the settings for the alignment, so our alignment is still happy. Now, when the coilovers come, we're obviously going to have some alignment changes. Whoops. So we get this bolt back in here. And then we're going to have to pry bar him down on the one side. Better to come this way. Maybe. Can't really see where that guy is at because I don't have a light down here. So how about if we use a light? And he is still way off. There's nothing steel down here. So I need something to twist that guy. What do I have that can twist that bushing? Let's get it about midway. Oh no, nice flat spot to torque from right here. But we don't have enough torque there. Nope, we're gonna pry him from up above. How did I do this last time? Whoa. I don't remember how I got him straight. Something like that. And then yeah, there we go. I think last time he was on the ground, or we jacked up here, and that helped him align. Right. Nice. I don't have the torque spec on this, so click. There it is. This one should be considerably different. Maybe. Oh, the e-brake is grabbing him. Okay. Well, just put that part here. Stay there. Oh, come on. Okay. Here's the first half. How did we? All right. So this is all the stuff you don't see any of those other shows or channels because it's not very glamorous, you know? It's necessary. You know, if I don't have this tie rod in here, this car just goes around in a circle. And I have to get this bushing in straight, or else this car doesn't go at all. Okay. Oh my God, come on. You know, you see all these great cars online. You see them at SEMA and PRI and all that. PRI is a little different, I guess. But it's basically the same. Shit. Stay in there. For this bushing. There we go. Doesn't want to stay there. So we have to help it. And then we lock it down. And again, since we haven't made any changes here or here, our alignment is still dead on. And I don't have the torque spec for this one either, so I think we're close. Should be quick. There it is. All right. Now I do have to make noise for this. Sorry, folks. It's going to be unpleasant just for a second. So I got to finish this. I know. I don't like hearing it either. There it is. Axle's installed. Not bad, right? New axle in the MR6. So, see, get a picture of that and send it to the group. Looks pretty good. I mean, it feels good. I like it. Okay. There we go. Cool. Oh, okay. There we go. Everybody's happy. Everyone is happy. And even with the explaining and experimenting and finding the parts, we still did it in less than 2 hours. So, not too bad. Since I'm here, I'm just going to look at these. I don't have any leaking of any sorts. So, what I'm going to do for now is leave this one. If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And I have a little bit of corrosion, but I don't have anything major. And I'm going to leave this axle up here. We'll use, I'll order new parts and we will rebuild that so it will be ready to drop in at the track on that side. We'll also, I'll get the parts so we'll have one ready to drop in on this side. It saves me work. And again, we don't have any problems with that. We're at Road Atlanta, which is a right heavy course. So we're going to be making a lot more rights, which is going to drop down this axle. So that's the one we needed to replace anyway. Um, 17 wrench. Pulls away. Hammer. Whoops. And pliers and pliers and pry bar. Oof. You ever wondered how many tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars you have in tools? I have. So yeah, we'll take, I guess we'll take this, and this. We don't really need this guy. So we'll take these two guys to the track. These two guys will stay here. So I'm going to put these in the drawer. So this is where we're pilfering from. And these two back. Tools like the snap ring pliers and stuff like that. I still have some lube left over. There's barely any in here. I'll save it for when I'm building the other axles. When I'm rebuilding this guy. Again, that's this is a Fabest hub. So I really just need the spider on here. I don't need another hub. And then, of course, I'd like to clean up all this corrosion, but that's the other good part. So we're in really good shape with axles. Even if I blew an axle right now, I could still use this one. I just need the snap ring pliers and a couple of band clamps. So it would be actually okay. We would be fine. So yeah, I'm going to say that axle is half built. Where is the other? Oh, the nut and washer up there. Would you go with this? We just like to protect the threads on this stuff. We like to protect threads and splines. Usually meant to be very accurate. So you want to protect them as best you can. It's funny, on those silicone boots, they sent me hose clamps. Like I'm going to use hose clamps to hold on CV joint boots. I guess if it's temporary or an emergency, that would work, but I don't think I'd ever do that permanently. All right. Put the welding table back. Get the chairs back in place. And we're pretty good. We have the nice new axle on here. What do we want to do? Do we want to bring the Miata in here and take the wheels off it? Put the OEM wheels back on? We want to save that for tomorrow. I mean, we're here. We've got the car up in the air, right? I'll just zoom this back on. I'll raise the car up, and we can just do the Miata. We can use the air thing on the Miata. I can do 2 at a time. Does that work for you guys? Is that cool? All right. Yeah. Oh, the downside is I have to open up the garage door, and it is cold outside. What are we at? Still at 30 degrees. So I'll try to make it quick with the Miata. And I want to make sure Daisy and the OEM wheels back on the Miata. Hey, dude. All right. Yeah, I guess there's as much stuff done tonight as we can. Okay, double check this. Yep. 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 All right. So we'll leave this down. Over here, we'll raise up this car. Hey, buddy. You can go in one of the spokes for now. No. You can come over here. Yes. No. He's trying to pull himself off again. Stay with me. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, my other Noco is trying to get free too. Because he's tied up underneath this guy. There we go. Yeah, I only run Noco battery maintainers here. I've seen all the other stuff. I've worked with all the other stuff. Noco is by far the best. Okay. Everything else is kind of out of the way. So we'll need the air to jack up the car. I got to move the one tire here. That's fine. Move the Grom. Need to put the Grom back in the regular garage. All right. Can you guys give me a minute to go get the Miata? Is that okay? I'll go get the Miata, pull it around. I'll open up the garage door, I'll pull the Miata in, close the garage door. So give me just a couple of minutes. Why didn't that stick? He's a magnet. Where'd this picture come from? Huh. That was the night we got to pit race. Someone took this really cool Polaroid of the MR6 and stuck it up on the wall. I didn't even realize it. All right, give me a minute to go get Miata. Shit stepped on. And then the other. That is the question. That is the big question, is why is the airbag light on in the Miata? I would like to know that. That is not pleasing to me. It's not one thing, it's six others. There is some kind of problem there. Let's just address this while we're live on YouTube, right? New boot goofing. You guys are talking about the boots. Why is the airbag light flashing in the Miata? Let's find out. All right. So in the meantime, we're going to take the 949s, these awesome wheels, which are basically the same wheels, just silver. The color is called tungsten, which is a really cool color. We're going to jack up one side of the Miata, pull those tires off. First thing we're going to do is get the daisies down, the original OEM wheels, which are 14s. They don't look as cool. They definitely don't handle as well. But we're going to put those on the car until we're done racing, because these are our wets. These are our dries. These are our wets. And then we have two more dries up on the rack. So we have spare wheels. So we need air on the far side of the car. All right. And let's get our daisies down. They are right here. These are so cute. And we'll make sure they have air in them. By the way, ones, I got them at Home Depot. Almost hold an entire set of Viper wheels. Almost. Okay. Okay. Get our tire inflator. Make sure these guys are good to go. I don't remember. What do we have them at? 30? 32? We'll do them all at 32. They'll decompress a little bit outside, and that's fine. These are just 185 60/14s. There's a meme going around with two Miata tires stacked like this, and then one of my rear Viper tires. And it says, what's the difference between a Miata and a Viper? About 185 millimeters. And that picture was taken here at my house in front of my garage. And it's funny when it shows up on car pages and other stuff throughout the years. I find humor in that. Good humor. It's funny, these are 14-inch wheels, but it says 13 on here. I don't know what that means. What we say, 32? There we go. Quit trying to cross thread. Yeah, these are called daisies. I think these are the daisies. I don't remember. So many different OEM Miata wheels. They're all very light. You can do 2 at a time if you really want to. And these wheels haven't seen action since April. So there we go, 32. That was the last time we took the 949s off the Miata. They're about 10 psi low. Oh. Okay. So these guys are ready too. There's one. There's another one. And get our air jack. Now this air jack is badass. I almost parked the Miata wrong. This thing, it's actually pretty heavy. It'll raise up the whole side of the Miata in 2 seconds. It's really cool. Just need the hose. Okay. Whoop. Want to go a little bit down. Oh, crap. Don't tell me he won't go in. Oh, crap. A little further back. Yeah. Okay. So I think he'll go high enough to do both front and rear. I think. Now, the cool part is you can take this off. It'll stay put. I can zoom those wheels and tires off. What do I do with the gun? I could have sworn I just had it. There it is. Oh, crap. These are the larger lugs. But they're chrome, so they slip right out. There's one of our racing wheels. Oh, it's so funny to see this car with these wheels on it. It's just amusing. Very amusing. Sorry, I'm kind of down and out of the shot. All right. Those are on in the front. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wheels off in the back. Oh, are these symmetrical? Now I can't remember. I don't think they are. They're just inside outside. Okay. Or not symmetrical, directional. Sorry. They are symmetrical. They're just inside outside. So now here comes the fun part. I wonder if the jack it's going to be lower. So I wonder if it's going to let me get the wheel out. Or let me get the jack out when I lower it. Maybe. Yeah, no problem. Okay, we'll go over to the other side of the car. We'll just come this way, make it a little bit easier. Oh yeah, that side of the car is lower for some reason. I think from the shock settings. All right. Since I'm back here, I'm going to do the rears first. Sorry about the air tools. It's the best way to do this. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Done on that side. Got to be careful your hose. Make sure it doesn't roll underneath your tire, and then you lower the car and you can't get the hose out. Come on. All right. Now see if Berg has an answer for that airbag. And always start lug nuts by hand. Always start them by hand. You will absolutely screw yourself if you start it with a gun or anything else. Cross threading is real. Snapping studs is very real. Okay. We are done with that guy. We're done with air for now. So bring this down. Yeah, it looks so funny. It looks so funny like this. Oh, the good old days. Reminds me of the day I bought it, which, by the way, was like 10 years ago. Can you believe that? So I'm going to set these by the door. I'm just going to stack them up because they're going to go in the trailer. We have a tire rack in the trailer, which works really well. You get a better idea of the wheels. These things are great. Perfect little carry handles, too. So there we go. 4 feet of tires. Yeah, it looks so funny. That is hysterical. That is hysterical. All right. We'll deal with the airbag light later. You like that? Looks a little different, right? All right. I'm going to take the Miata out of here and park it so we can bring the MR6 down. Hopefully the mic stays with me. All right. Got a metal sliver in my left index finger. Get that guy out. Okay, trying something different here. If I move the seat, nope. 4. So it flashes 6 times and then it turns off. Huh. Okay. We'll take a look at that. Oops, little torque here. There we go. Okay. Huh. Okay, now the airbag light is out. Hmm. Interesting. That's weird. Sorry, you guys. All right. So now the airbag light is out in the Miata. All it took was putting it in reverse for 20 feet. I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was that a good night? New axle. You got to see how axles are rebuilt, or half shafts, I should say. We got suspension I'll put back together. We got the wheels off the Miata. Not too bad. 2.5 hours. And yeah, you guys saw I got the wipers fixed with a new switch. I got the mirror ordered. We have a new convex mirror coming. So I'm going to scratch off wipers. Brian's doing the brake bias, I think, this weekend. Yeah. And we'll have the brake pads this weekend too, which is a good thing. We are happy about that. Very cool. I wish it would warm up just a little bit so I could finish the touch-up paint in here. So I'm going to cross some stuff off the list here. The wipers are done. The mirror got ordered, so we can check mark that. The coilovers got ordered. We're just waiting for them to ship. And brake bias and lines, that's on Brian, so he'll check mark that off. That's his project. So we're in good shape with this car. We still don't have a theme. I'm going to pick up vinyl tomorrow morning, and I'm just going to do names and numbers for the car. Nothing special. We're number 77 this event, and I don't really have a theme. We put this team together really quick, and we didn't really have time to come up with a theme. So we're probably just going to be white car, number 77. I don't really have anything good, especially for Atlanta. I mean, I have some really jacked up themes that I'd like to use, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, don't really have any kick-ass themes. So if you guys think of something quick and easy that goes good on a white car, let me know. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, definitely post in the comments below. The comments are open. If your comment is retarded or stupid or dumb or wrong, I'll delete it. I have no problem deleting comments. None. I have no problem using the ban hammer. I love you guys subscribing, but at the same time, I don't need a bunch of garbage. I don't need a bunch of crap. I got enough crap going on. I don't need it coming in from outside. So please be respectful when you post, and not just on my page, everyone's pages. Don't be a dick. No one likes it. That's about it. And I didn't do it live this morning just because on Facebook, because I was feeling like crap and on halfway awake with NyQuil. So I'll say it here. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Kiss them on the cheek, grab their hand, hold it, give it a squeeze. Show them that you love them. Don't just tell them. It's really, really important. Really important. All right. Thanks you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, definitely spread the word. Tell your friends to subscribe. We're going to be doing a ton more stuff. And I got the I ordered the hotspot, so we'll be able to go live to YouTube and to Facebook from inside the car, which is pretty cool, right? So hopefully you guys enjoy that when we're at the track. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. We've got a ton of cool new stuff coming up, so hang in there, enjoy the channel, and spread the word. Thanks everyone. I'll see you later.